Good morning, everyone. Surfgal. We're playing some more Elden Ring, and we are starting off with uh, playing around with the new spell we've got. Last time we went and got the prayer book. Uh, Between videos, I did a bit of a grind so that we could afford it, and now it's time to start playing with it. So, not quite as much damage initially as the lightning bolts. But does damage over time. And from what I've read, the damage over time on it is associated based on percentages of max health. Which means that it is more effective against bigger enemies, like bosses. That's why I wanted to get this before we went and did this, before we tried this fight. So we're going to try this. I believe this should be... I don't remember if this is the... Yes, this is the actual boss.
Mighty dragon, thou the true-born heir, lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. A lowly tarnished, playing as a lord. I command thee, kneel! I am the lord of all that is golden.
So we heard Rodrika refer to a spider, and now we know why.
Tarnished, thou art unfit
My bad.
even to graft.
Okay, so we took about a third of his health off. That mistake at the end was definitely one that could and should have been avoided. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna real quick here. I actually want jellyfish for this. And this might seem weird, but we're gonna try it out. So, one of the things I forgot was to do the summon, which is why I was doing. This is a ranged summon, unlike the wolves. So, we're going to use this just to get some persistent damage It doesn't do much damage. It would probably do better if it stayed away instead of approaching Godrick. Crap. That's less than good. We're just about to the halfway point. Where he cuts his own arm off. Because he's crazy.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
And then we see how grafting works. And he now has a dragon head for an arm. Like you do. Someone had too much fun with this boss. That's really where what it comes down to. That was a mistake.
I am the Lord of all that is golden, and one day we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Godrick's Great Rune. Remembrance of the Grafted. 20,000 runes. Feels good. Also, Godrick's second try feels really good for me as well. So we can potentially either use this to get items or just a bunch of more runes. For now, we're going to go ahead and get runes the old-fashioned way. Actually, how much do I actually need? $8,200. We have exactly enough for one more level here.
What a pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Craven to the bone. pushing me about like that? And after all that grafting, where did that get you? Look down on me, would ya? Godrick, you filthy slug. Feel it. Feel it. Feel my bloody wrath. Oh. Hello there. This weasel was... Godrick was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
Oh, he's a shopkeeper? Okay. I don't think we want any of this offhand. Yeah, none of this is super important, unfortunately. Well, I'll leave you to it. That brings us to the throne room. Which also gives us a way back out. Leave. So this is actually the lake facing cliffs. And
good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? Bok, the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle.
yes,
Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments. Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
so we can make minor adjustments to certain things. Oh, apparently significant adjustments to certain things. A lot of them are just like removing the cape. Looks like we can't do the other armor. Okay, so that's down towards the road. What's this way? Like, I know vaguely where we're trying to get. I'm just trying to see if there's another way down over here. And it looks like the answer is yes. Next goal is going to be to get the map. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can cut through this area quick. down into the swamps below Liurnia.
You're new around here. Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter, no matter. Why don't you take a look at my wares? Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
Okay. So he's got mostly just what armor. Does have a bunch of smithing stones, which I'm actually gonna pick up. I think we need 12 to take something from 1 to 3. So now we should be able to upgrade our new... once we're ready for it. Oh, that's a lantern. I've said like half a dozen times that I wish I had my lantern. Let's grab that also. Okay. We've got 3 Warhawk Talons, a couple short swords, a couple of these war picks, plain old dagger. Godslayer Seal is what we're going to be using. Not using bows. We have lightning. Okay. Let's grab that lantern. And from... we should be able to put that over here. So the next time we go in a cave, I now have my lantern, which will be very nice. These things, I think, are weak to lightning, judging by that. Either that or I just hit it close enough to everything else that it was able, or that it stacked up the damage again. So we now have a big chunk of the map unlocked that we didn't have before. We can kind of see where, or you can kind of see that this is where we took the fork in the road after getting this highway one. And I guess may as well just see if we can continue making our way north here. Thought we could get away with it. Would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling bells. I'm starting to feel like moving quickly on horseback is not the best thing for this area. So maybe we move a bit slower, keep on foot, and see if we can deal with things as they come. Because we really don't need to die to this section. And looks like our runes should be somewhere right around here. So I see the rider. It was right past this. Should only be 3 hits. Ooh. Wait, were we seriously, like, literally in spitting distance of a site of grace? That's annoying. I want to say there's a dragon right around here. Which is probably not the best thing right now. Fire materials? What kind of materials? Materials for the crafting system that I pretty much never use.
Accosted by a ruffian, and now I'm in a bind. Could I ask you lend a hand? Perhaps. That thug made off with a precious necklace. I need someone to retrieve it. Only, he too is tarnished. If you've any qualms confronting your own, I shall find another. Oh, thank you dearly. What a blessing that we've met like this. The thug should be resting at an abandoned home down the way. Please, I must have the necklace back. Please stop, brave Tarnished. You will only tire by striking this barrier.
What? I wasn't striking anything. I jumped over you. This place is quite unpleasant, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna do this last section by horseback. I'm gonna hope that we can just charge through. By the way, there's the Academy. We've heard it mentioned, and it's one of the places that is... I was not stuck on a log, I was stuck on a crab, and that is terrifying. And apparently that crab can shoot people. Okay. So that gives us the full map of Lear. Actually, I take that back. I guess there is another section over here, but we've got a good chunk of the city at this point, or of the continent at this point. And you can see the route we took last time. We actually made it a good way up. I mean, we actually have just pretty good coverage in general at this point, between all of our waypoints. I don't think we're ready to be looking at the academy yet, although it's probably not going to be too much longer at this point. We did a lot of prep work getting ready for everything. So I think at this point we're going to go ahead and wrap a little early. I was expecting Godrick to take a lot longer. So I think that's gonna be oh. We should stop over at Roundtable Hold quick now that we have our first great room. Because these doors are now open. And we get the weird, creepy two fingers thing.
Are you that new tarnished? You've done well. I am Enya, the Finger Reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you. Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. Let the words of the fingers guide you. Well, I see. A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the creator of the champions are hewn by the Earth Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer.
I didn't.
The fingers guide us all. And you, tarnished, you are here to take, are you not?
So we can either receive power, which you can see here. These are the options we can get. The Axe of Godrick, which is very strength heavy. Or the Grafted Dragon, which is a fist weapon. Technically is faith-based. I'm not planning on getting that much strength. And I don't think I want a dragon head grafted on my arm.
Now go.
But it's nice to know it's there. The other option we'll have is to just sell them. And like I believe it's 30,000 runes.
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then I bid you welcome, as a true member of the Round Table. I am known as Gideon Ofnir, as a tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. I am accumulating knowledge, to be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godrick the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale.
Yep.
General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds.
Which is to the east.
Lord of the volcano manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth, the Grace-given, veiled monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
So, Liurnia is up here, and the Academy is right here. That's going to be one of them. Caelid is over here. That's going to be our second one. There is one of the other regions, with the Volcano Manor, is up here. And then Leyndell is basically at the base of the giant tree that we've seen in the distance since we started. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I think next time we're actually going to, rather than trying to progress this way, I think we're going to try and go back a little bit and actually do a little bit more exploration. Some of the stuff like these Everjails. There's a bunch of these caves that we haven't been to yet. And just do a little bit of exploration. As well as possibly going back to the Stranded Graveyard and poking our head in there. So, hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.